her makeup has been altered in some way.
Hmm.
Just like some GMO Monsanto kind of stuff.
Sure. I was thinking more along the lines of like gene splicing, but
I mean, all right, let's GTFO. Let's if the
Yeah.
world's gonna end, we may as well have some fun before it happens.
Get the hell out of this forest.
Yeah,
I believe we have some money to collect.
tired of the dark.
I need to collect? Oh, right.
And by we, I
The
think.
work thing.
yeah. So you guys leave again and head southward at this point down to the edge of the forest, and you reach that point where the sunlight reaches the plains, and I assume Thorgil and Valar walk out free and happy.
Confidently stride out into the sunlight.
Yeah.
What is Den?
Second the sun hits your skin, you die.
Yeah, and you bask in the warm glory of the sun, which you all are only now beginning to realize how much you've missed in the course of being inside the Ironwood.
For like 3 to 5 months or something like that.
Thorgil and
Like about a month you were there.
Thorgil
Yeah.
and Beavis wouldn't really miss it that much, right?
I think you still have a healthy appreciation for the sun.
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess
not as
even
much
though-
as like the others, but
Well, Gaznik is a chasm, but it would still get like 3 hours of sunlight a day, right?
right, exactly.
Okay.
And probably like I mean this would be something that we would have to build on, but like I kind of imagine like they almost have like mirrors that like capture and like push the sun downward into the chasm, like some weird reflective mechanism.
Close to 8 hours a day.
Yeah, to give them a little bit longer sunlight in the area. I think that'd be pretty interesting and cool to have some intricate like reflection mechanism. But anyways, so you make your way back to the city, the Watcher's hideout, and immediately upon reaching that point, there's a large band of the band of the Hawk standing on the ramparts, cheering and shouting as you guys arrive into the city. And waiting for you, you see Clipnack, the forest gnome with the brilliant spiky hair, waiting for you. And he goes, "Hi guys,
G'day, mate.
successful I saw.
Just a wee bit.
Fantastic. The boss has been waiting for you
Oh, I'm sure it.
quite a long time."
Yeah. We,
Now we're certified curse free, so it's all good.
where's.
How
Is Dende with us?
Yeah, Dende's still with you.
Okay.
how cartoonish is this dwarf or is this gnome?
Pretty.
Then Beavis will sigh heavily and kind of like give him a dirty glance as we walk by.
Okay.
That's what he's trying.
Yeah, and so like probably at that point, like he leans over at Thorgo and he goes, "What's his problem?"
Still, Fear doesn't agree with him.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear?
Yeah, and then he goes, "Too many briars in his underpants, eh?"
And then
I didn't
self-hating
hear.
gnomes.
Yeah,
Alright,
he's not
so-
really particularly hiding this from you, Beavis.
Okay, heard it.
Yeah, you heard it.
Then I'll say directly to him like, you know what the problem is.
And then like he looks at you, and then he looks back at Thorgo and he goes, "Definitely too many briars in the underpants."
Wait. You have an issue with the fact that he's really cartoonish, and you were
Yep.
trying to dress up as a pimp at one point?
Yup.
What?
Character. No.
Yeah.
There is an internal system of logic. It makes sense to Beavis. If we had time, we would.
Sometime when we visit Gazneg, Beavis
Yeah.
can explain the entire hierarchy of gnomes and their eccentricities.
It makes sense, and this dude with the spiky hair is on the bottom of the totem pole.
Hey, whatever.
So he goes, "Well, let me take you to Brazik. I'm sure there's a large pouch of gold that you guys would like to have."
Indubitably.
Beavis just grunts.
So you're led back to the giant guild hall area with the beautiful halfling barmaid that tried to get down and dirty with Thorgil, and you're quickly, much to Thorgil's relief, led immediately up the stairs, avoiding an awkward conversation with the barmaid, up to the room with Brazik. And inside you see the giant Goliath of a man standing there, well seated in his giant chair, and he goes, "Well, made quite a mess of those orcs."
Well, to be honest, they kind of retained the favor a little bit.
As
One
they
of our
probably
party
should.
got tails.
Fierce beasts that they are. I owe you some gold.
Oh, that you do.
And he pauses and he's thinking. He goes, "Well, shit. Honestly, how much do I owe you? I remember that it was a portion, but I don't remember how much it would total to based on the number of my soldiers you brought back to me."
I think it was like
I think
3,000 gold apiece.
I know exactly how much it is. I want to see if someone remembers and tells him the truth and or lies and tries to fucking bullshit him.
I mean,
wasn't there that
the
time.
total was
Thorgil wasn't in the room, so
it was like a 500 flat with like an extra 100 for each one or something like that. But
Ooh.
I was gonna try and lie to him.
You can.
I think it was that.
Persuasion or
Can-
deception,
Did he
basically.
get some sort of boost from the fact that Beavis doesn't know he's lying and would believe him?
If Beavis wants to say something to give him an advantage.
I mean, I could just say, like, yeah, Riley seems trustworthy.
Sure.
So I get
I think
advantage.
it'd probably be more like, due to my calculations of time and expenses and overall danger of the entire thing, that sounds approximately correct towards reasonable wages.
Maybe he was actually trying to lowball us in the first place, and when I did the math, it
Yep.
seemed...
Oh no, you kidding? We totally got lowballed. Because
Yeah.
Nate was the one doing the negotiating.
Yeah, we
And he-
weren't there for that one, but Nate was doing the negotiating, and so he lowballed Nate, and Nate goes, "Okay."
Like,
Yeah.
Nate, straight up, he's like, "I'll give you a 500." He's like, and Nate's just like, "Okay." And he's like, "Wait, for you or for the party?" "For the party." I was just like, "No!"
Alright, I like that idea. So Beavis doesn't know any of that, and he assumes
He, like,
that Riley's telling the truth because that's a number that would make sense.
Right, Riley. So what's the price, Riley?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was something like 1,000 gold plus, about an extra like 150 for each person that came back.
Okay. So give me advantage.
Deception.
I think you're doing a persuasion.
I mean, either way, they come out to the same. So
Yeah.
13.
Oh my god. Oh, shit.
I kind of wish I hadn't done that so I could see what happened if you actually rolled a 0.
Succeeds.
Woo!
He sits there and he goes, "Man, that sounds a little pricey, but," and he's thinking, and he goes, "We were in quite the pickle there, so very well. And who remembers how many people you guys brought back?"
It was at least 4.
No,
I did-
it was more than that because it was the main elf guy and then like a whole crowd of civilians.
Yeah, it was at least. He only cares about the Band of the Hawk people.
Yeah.
I mean, he does care about the other, but we only get paid for the Band of the Hawk people.
Oh, then maybe it was only 4 or 5.
So it was only like 4. It was only about 4 Band of the Hawk. It was an incredibly small number. Small number.
Because they were killing off the Band of the Hawk too. So 1,000 plus 150, 300, 600, 1,600 gold.
It's a lot.
Five.
Ching!
Divided by how many people?
The four of you.
Only the people that are here tonight?
You're not here, you don't get the gold.
Alright.
That seems reasonable to me.
Alright, at least you're 400 gold.
Especially
Hell
because
yeah.
you guys end up sharing shit anyway.
It's
Yeah, good point.
we get 400 a pop, guys.
I have so much gold.
Ooh.
I think we need to hit up Gaznek.
I mean, the amount
there
of
was
money
that
that I
whole-
have is chump change to my family, so they would just kind of laugh.
There was
at
that
me
whole
and shut up.
gambling venture we had.
The whole what?
Yeah, I am
Oh.
The
The
gambling.
950
Like, we're
gold.
already.
How much?
Well,
did you get?
I made like 15 from that, so I only made like 50.
950 from gambling.
You made how much from
Oh,
gambling?
Is it 950 plus 400?
I made. No, that's after the
We
400.
need to.
I made like
do
3
some
gold from
investments.
gambling.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I hadn't bought anything since it started because I have 987 gold.
654.
We gotta set up a trading empire so we can get some passive income.
Totally can. If you want to set up some kind of
I'm looking for a better
business or
Warhammer.
whatever.
Speaking of things that need buying, don't you have booze to buy or something like that?
It's like 10 gold for all the
What?
stuff he needs to
Yeah,
set up.
the brewery.
Yeah, but he needs to do it. That's the problem.
And then as you're like kind of like you're quickly like figuring all this out, he goes, "Oh, and speak to Clipnack. He has your horse and your cart that you had left on the edge of the forest too."
The mule.
Chum!
Oh yeah, that's I have a cart and a pony.
Yeah.
after
Okay, so
after collecting my money, I immediately run out there.
yeah. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because I kind of want to get to like the end story bit of the campaign, and then we'll go into other stuff, basically the non-campaign shit for the night. So you get to you go over the course of the day. Everyone keeps buying you drinks and slapping you on the back. You basically become local heroes as far as Watcher's hideout is concerned. Citizenry, they immediately recognize you. Thorgil, you've almost like you've gotten a couple converters already to Jatella just by talking with you and hearing some of the stories of your exploits inside the forest. How much do you tell them about Dendi and Latia and all that? Do you like? Let me rephrase that. Do you leave anything out about what you guys did there? And I should preface it with, remember, most people that go into the Ironwood are slain on sight.
Also,
Minus-
remember that.
minus
Venus
some
is
of the
chattering.
Watchers. Right. Well, I'm just saying, like keep that in mind, that you guys know that most people are slain on sight by that enter the Ironwood. You guys just went through a marvelous adventure in the Ironwood
And survived.
and survived, made friends with the elves. You have a beautiful elf maiden with you guys, which everyone wants to know about.
I'm sure.
And probably they all think that like it's Valar's girlfriend, and they keep like nudging you in the ribs and being like, they're like, "How'd you land that one, eh?"
How?
You know, like, and like a couple guys are like,
Especially on
"There's
me.
no way." Yeah, they're
Yeah,
giving you
how the
that
heck did
shit.
they think that?
Well, because you're the only one that fits the height regulation. Like, everyone knows that elves and dwarves don't get along.
Oh.
No one mates with a lizard except for a lizard. The gnome's too short. Really, you're the only candidate, so everyone just assumes that you brought back an elf maid.
Like,
So they're
whistle
constantly like nudging you and being like, "Did you get her pregnant?" You know, like things like
that.
that.
Yeah. He'd probably just give him dirty looks and try and walk away from him. Like would be his reaction to that stuff.
And probably like 50% of them think that's like an admission of guilt. And then the rumors like run rampant.
Welcome to Watcher's Hideout.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically a city made of adventurers
Yeah.
under one banner.
Well, Valar's
So
on the
anyways-
fast track to